You know who it is, and you know what time it is. Time to piss off some feminists, trad cucks, and whoever don't want to know the truth. Oh well, let's get started. What is going on, gents? It's RPM here, reporting from Mobile Command. Gentlemen, by now we've seen or heard of Bear Grylls' The Island or Survivor, Men versus Women, and what was ultimately learned about how women truly cannot survive without a civil society to protect them. Now, I saw this article and I couldn't help but to laugh. Now, this article was published on the 21st of March. Naked and afraid contestant can't handle biting insects, crawling into her private parts. The Chihuahuan Desert was the backdrop for Sunday's Naked and Afraid, and the swarms of biting gnats and colonies of stinging ants that inhabit the area left contestant Megan miserable. Well, gentlemen, let's go ahead and file this in our war chest of true equality and how women truly don't want it. The feeling of them crawling into my private parts and areas of my body that I don't want them in is just a little too much for me, Megan said. They're swarming me. They crawl up in between my hoo-ha lips. I can't handle it. Oh, yes. See, Mother Nature truly does not care about the artificial things in place that allow women to project this strong and independent mindset that they have been absolutely brainwashed into having. Ultimately, Megan spoke with a producer and decided to leave the competition. Fans understood why she decided to exit the show just 4 days into the challenge, with one person tweeting. And of course, they had to make sure it was the male that tweeted this. I can't say much. I can't handle a couple of mosquitoes in my house. No freaking way I would do any better than her, and I don't have a hoo-ha. Yeah, see right there, they had to try to throw in a weak male comment. While the ordeal was a painful one, Megan learned a lot about herself. Quote unquote, I really don't belong out in the wilderness like this, said Megan. My body is not really strong enough, I guess. It's just amazing how hard it can be. Set, spike, serve, check, and checkmate. Ladies, the only reason why you have these horrible attitudes is because men, for the most part, have tamed this entire planet. Kevin Samuels pointed this out in his long podcast. You know, can women survive without men? Just 4 days, this woman was screaming for a producer and had to leave. What would happen if there were no producers there? Seriously, she would have probably died. Now, if you look at the video, there appears to be a guy right next to her, and he is under some sort of leaves. What did he do? He adapted and made himself a makeshift shelter. You think the bugs and all that wasn't biting him too? No, he adapted to the environment, which is exactly what we men do. Even the weakest, most beta male has self-preservation, and that will kick in. You ladies, on the other hand, no, your survival is dependent, believe it or not, on the graciousness of good men. However, more and more men are simply walking out. Richard Weiss, Brother Richard, for whom HMT scoring system is named after because he came up with it, who lives in the UK, dropped a comment. He said over there, more and more men are dropping out and slipping under the radar. Yeah, ladies. Yeah. More and more men are walking away. But all in all, this right here is a clear example of my catchphrase. Ladies, when the power goes out, feminism will go out right along with it. And like this woman, you will be left to the mercy of nature and the elements. And as more men have deemed you unworthy to protect, guess what? A lot of you, sadly, will not make it. It is what it is. Let me know what you guys think. RPM, I am